Come closer, my child. I need to whisper something in your ear that the enemy can't hear. This secret will give you the advantage in every battle you face from today forward. My dear child, there is something I need you to hear today. Something so important that the entire universe has been waiting for this very moment when these words would reach your heart. Your life is not a random collection of moments. It is not a series of accidents or coincidences. Every breath you have taken, every step you have walked, every tear you have cried, and every smile that has danced across your face has been leading you to this exact place, right here, right now. You are part of a magnificent story, a story so beautiful and so grand that even if I showed you every chapter that is yet to come, your mind could not fully comprehend the glory that awaits you. Look up at the sky for a moment and think about the stars. On a clear night, you can see thousands of stars twinkling above you. But do you know how many stars actually exist? Scientists say there are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on all the beaches of the entire world. Can you imagine that? Each one of those stars is massive, burning with incredible power and light. Yet among all those billions and trillions of stars, among all the galaxies and planets and cosmic wonders, you are here. You exist, you matter, and not just a little bit, you matter infinitely. Think about the ocean for a moment. When you stand at the edge of the sea and look out at the endless water stretching to the horizon, you see waves rolling in, one after another. Some waves are gentle and calm, barely making a sound as they kiss the shore. Other waves are powerful and mighty, crashing against the rocks with tremendous force. But here is something beautiful. Every single wave, whether big or small, whether powerful or gentle, comes from the same ocean. The same deep, mysterious, loving ocean creates every wave. You are like one of those waves, my precious child. You come from something infinite, something eternal, something that holds more love than all the oceans combined. And just as the ocean never abandons its waves, just as the ocean never rejects a single wave for being too small or too different, I will never abandon you. Never. There are mornings when you wake up and the heaviness hits you before you even open your eyes. Your chest feels tight, like someone placed a stone right over your heart while you were sleeping. Your mind immediately starts racing with worries, with questions that have no easy answers, with fears about the day ahead. You drag yourself out of bed not because you want to, but because you have to. You go through the motions of your day wearing a mask, pretending everything is fine, while inside you feel like you are drowning. I see those days, my beloved child. I see every single one of them. And I want you to know that even on those heavy days, especially on those heavy days, you are so incredibly brave. Do you know what courage really is? Most people think courage means not being afraid. They think brave people are the ones who never feel fear, who never doubt, who never struggle. But that is not courage at all. Real courage is feeling absolutely terrified and doing what you need to do anyway. Real courage is wanting to give up, but choosing to take just one more step. Real courage is having a heart full of pain, but still choosing to be kind to someone else. That is you, my dear child. You are one of the bravest souls I have ever created. Let me tell you about a tiny seed. Imagine holding a seed in your hand, so small you can barely see it. That little seed does not look like much, does it? It is hard and dry and brown. If someone who knew nothing about seeds looked at it, they might think it was just a worthless speck, maybe even a piece of dirt. But you and I know the truth. Inside that tiny seed is something miraculous. Inside that seed is a tree waiting to be born. Not just any tree, but a specific tree with a specific shape, with branches that will reach in specific directions, with leaves of a specific color, with roots that will grow in a specific pattern. Everything that tree will ever become is already encoded inside that tiny seed. But here is what that seed has to go through before it becomes a tree. First, someone has to bury it in the ground. The seed gets covered with dirt, surrounded by darkness. If that seed could think and feel, it might be scared. It might wonder why it has been abandoned, why it has been left alone in the cold, dark earth. But something amazing starts happening in that darkness. The seed begins to break open. Its hard outer shell cracks apart. This breaking is not destruction. This breaking is transformation. From that broken seed, tiny roots begin to emerge, reaching down into the soil, searching for water and nutrients. Then a small shoot pushes upward, fighting against the weight of the dirt above it, determined to reach the light. Finally, after all that struggle, after all that time in the darkness, after all that breaking and growing and pushing, that little shoot breaks through the surface of the soil. It reaches the sunlight at last. And from that moment on, it begins to grow into the magnificent tree it was always meant to be. You are that seed, my precious child. The darkness you sometimes feel, the breaking you sometimes experience, the heaviness that presses down on you, all of it is preparing you for something beautiful. You are not dying in the darkness. You are growing. You are becoming. Your roots are spreading deep and wide, making you strong. And one day, very soon, you will break through the surface and bloom into something so magnificent that even you will be amazed. Type Amen if you believe miracles are coming your way. Your heart is one of a kind. Did you know that? In all of human history, going back thousands and thousands of years, there has never been another heart exactly like yours. Right now, there are almost 8 billion people living on this planet. 8 billion different hearts beating. 8 billion different souls experiencing life. But not one of them has a heart identical to yours. Your heart feels things in its own special way. When you love someone, you love them with a kind of love that is uniquely yours. When you laugh, the joy that bubbles up inside you has your unique flavor. When you hope for something, you hope with a quality of hope that belongs only to you. This is what makes you irreplaceable. This is what makes you precious beyond all measure. You are not just one among billions. You are one in billions. You are one of one. But I know something else about your heart, my child. Your heart has been broken. Maybe it happened recently, or maybe it happened years ago. But somewhere along the way, someone or something shattered your heart into pieces. Maybe it was someone you trusted who betrayed you. Maybe it was someone you loved who walked away. Maybe it was a dream you held close that fell apart in your hands. Maybe it was a loss so devastating that you did not think you could survive it. But somehow you did survive. You are still here. You are still breathing. Your heart, though wounded, is still beating. Here is what I want you to understand about broken hearts. When something breaks in the human world, we usually think of it as ruined, as worthless, as something to be thrown away. A broken glass cannot hold water anymore. A broken phone cannot make calls anymore. A broken car cannot drive anymore. But a broken heart is different. A broken heart is not ruined. A broken heart has simply been opened. Think about it. When your heart breaks, the walls around it crack. The defenses you built come tumbling down. The hardness softens, and through those cracks something beautiful can enter. Light can get in. Love can get in. Healing can get in. My presence can get in. Some of the most beautiful people I have ever created are people with broken hearts that healed. They are not beautiful because they never suffered. They are beautiful because they suffered and chose love anyway. They are beautiful because pain made them tender instead of bitter. They are beautiful because heartbreak taught them compassion for others who hurt. Your broken heart, my dear child, is making you into someone extraordinary. Let me talk to you about other people for a moment, because I know you spend a lot of time comparing yourself to them. You look at people on social media, at people in your workplace, at people in your family, and you think they have it all together. You see their smiling photos and assume their lives must be perfect. You see their achievements and think you are falling behind. You see their confidence and wonder why you feel so unsure. But my precious child, you are only seeing the surface. You are seeing the highlights, not the whole story. That person who looks so successful might go home every night feeling empty inside, wondering if any of it really matters. That person who seems so confident might spend hours in front of the mirror criticizing every flaw they see. That person whose relationship looks perfect might be hiding terrible loneliness, feeling unseen and unknown, even by the person who sleeps beside them every night. Every single person on earth, without exception, is fighting some kind of battle. Every single person has wounds you cannot see, fears you cannot know, struggles they keep hidden. Here is a secret about humanity that I want you to always remember. Everyone, and I mean absolutely everyone, wants the same basic things. They want to be loved. They want to be seen. They want to matter. They want to belong. They want to know that their life has meaning. The CEO in the expensive suit wants these things. The homeless person on the street corner wants these things. The celebrity with millions of followers wants these things. The elderly person in the nursing home wants these things. Rich or poor, young or old, famous or unknown, every human heart beats with these same deep longings. And you know what else? Every human heart also knows fear. Every person is afraid of something. They are afraid of being rejected. They are afraid of failing. They are afraid of being alone. They are afraid of not being enough. They are afraid of losing what they have. They are afraid of never getting what they want. Fear is the universal human experience. So when you feel afraid, you are not weak. You are not broken. You are not less than anyone else. You are simply, beautifully, completely human. But here is where you have something that changes everything. You have me. You have a love that will never fail you, never leave you, never use you, never hurt you. You have a presence that walks with you through every single moment of your life. You have a father, a friend, a guide who knows you better than you know yourself and loves you more than you can possibly imagine. This changes everything, my beloved child. With me beside you, you never have to walk through life alone. With me beside you, you never have to be strong enough on your own. With me beside you, you have an infinite source of love, strength, wisdom, peace, and hope. Please, if you are finding hope in these words, take just a moment to subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe, you become part of a beautiful family of souls who believe in hope, who believe in healing, who believe that better days are possible. Every time we share a new message, you will be reminded that you matter, that you are loved, that there is always light even in the darkest night. So please, hit that subscribe button now. Let us walk this journey of faith and hope together. Now I want to talk to you about something that might surprise you. I want to talk about the gift of your sensitivity. You might think of your sensitivity as a weakness. You might wish you were tougher, more thick-skinned, less affected by things. You might envy people who seem to brush off criticism easily, who do not take things personally, who do not cry at movies or commercials or beautiful sunsets. But my dear child, your sensitivity is not a flaw. Your sensitivity is a superpower. Sensitive people feel everything more deeply. They notice things others miss. They hear the pain in someone's voice that everyone else overlooks. They see the beauty in ordinary moments that others rush past without noticing. They pick up on emotions in a room like a radio picks up signals. This is an incredible gift. Yes, it means you get hurt more easily. Yes, it means you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders sometimes. Yes, it means you cannot just turn off your feelings when they become uncomfortable. But it also means you love more deeply, care more genuinely, and understand more clearly. The world needs sensitive people. The world needs people who cry when they see injustice. The world needs people who feel compassion for the suffering. The world needs people who notice when someone is hurting and take the time to reach out. If everyone was hard and unfeeling, what kind of world would this be? It would be a cold, harsh, loveless place. Your sensitivity brings warmth. Your sensitivity brings light. Your sensitivity brings healing. So stop apologizing for being sensitive. Stop trying to toughen up or shut down your feelings. Instead, learn to protect your sensitivity while still honoring it. Learn to set boundaries with people who are cruel or careless with your heart. Learn to take breaks from the world when everything feels like too much. Learn to surround yourself with gentleness and beauty. Your sensitivity is a gift I gave you. Treat it as the treasure it is. Let me paint you a picture of something beautiful that is happening right now, even though you cannot see it with your physical eyes. Imagine a garden that has been abandoned for many years. The flowers that once bloomed there are now hidden under layers of dead leaves and weeds. The paths that people once walked are covered with mud and debris. The fountain that used to flow with clear water is dry and cracked. If you walked into this garden, you might think it was beyond saving. You might think nothing beautiful could ever grow there again. You might even consider tearing everything down and paving it over. But then a master gardener arrives. This gardener looks at the abandoned garden with completely different eyes. Where others see death, the gardener sees potential. Where others see hopelessness, the gardener sees promise. The gardener knows something that no one else knows. Underneath all those weeds, underneath all that decay, the soil is still good. The roots of beautiful plants are still alive, just waiting. The seeds of gorgeous flowers are still there, dormant but not dead. All this garden needs is someone who knows how to bring it back to life. So the gardener gets to work. First, the gardener begins pulling out the weeds. Some weeds come out easily with a gentle tug. Other weeds have roots that go deep, and the gardener has to dig carefully to remove them completely. This work is hard. This work is slow. This work requires patience. But the gardener never gives up, never walks away, never decides the garden is not worth the effort. Next, the gardener clears away all the dead leaves, all the broken branches, all the debris that has accumulated over the years. Underneath all that death, green shoots begin to appear. Life was there all along, just waiting to be uncovered. Then the gardener begins to water the dry ground. At first, the water just sits on the surface. The ground is so dry and hard that it cannot absorb the water. But the gardener is patient. The gardener keeps watering day after day after day. Slowly, gradually, the ground begins to soften. The water starts to sink in. The roots begin to drink. And then, miraculously, things start to grow. A flower pushes through the soil. A plant that everyone thought was dead sends out new green leaves. The fountain begins to fill with water again. Birds start coming to the garden, adding their songs to the morning air. Butterflies dance among the flowers. The garden that everyone had written off as hopeless becomes a place of incredible beauty. You are that garden, my precious child, and I am the gardener. Your life might feel abandoned right now. Your heart might feel overgrown with weeds of sadness, anger, fear, regret, or shame. The joy that used to flow through you might feel dried up. The dreams you once had might seem buried under years of disappointment. But I am here, working in your garden right now. I am pulling out the weeds, even the ones with deep roots. I am clearing away the dead things, making room for new life. I am watering the dry places in your soul. And very soon, you are going to see new growth. Very soon, flowers of joy are going to bloom in your heart. Very soon, rivers of peace are going to flow through your life. Very soon, Your garden is going to be so beautiful that people will stop and stare in amazement, wondering how such transformation is possible. Comment, I believe in restoration, if you are ready to see your garden bloom. You know what makes my heart overflow with pride? Watching you keep going. Even on the mornings when you do not want to get out of bed, you do it anyway. Even on the days when everything feels pointless and you wonder why you should bother trying, you still show up. Even when every cell in your body wants to quit, wants to give up, wants to wave the white flag and surrender, something deep inside you whispers, "Not today," and you take one more step. That is courage, my beloved child. That is strength. That is heroism. People who have never walked through the valley of darkness do not understand how much bravery it takes to keep living when life feels unbearable. They do not understand the incredible strength required to put on your clothes, leave your house, and interact with the world when you are crumbling inside. They do not understand the courage it takes to smile at a stranger when you feel like crying. They do not understand the heroism in simply surviving another day when part of you does not want to survive at all. But I see it. I see every ounce of effort you put in. I see every tiny victory that no one else notices. I see you choosing to eat something healthy instead of skipping the meal. I see you choosing to answer a friend's text instead of isolating completely. I see you choosing to take a shower, even though it feels like climbing a mountain. I see you choosing to speak kindly to yourself, instead of letting the cruel voice in your head win. Every single small choice you make to take care of yourself, to keep going, to choose life, I see it and I celebrate it. Do you know what you are doing when you keep going even though everything is hard? You are testifying to the power of hope. You are declaring with your life that despair does not get the final word. You are proving that light is stronger than darkness. You are showing that love is more powerful than fear. Every morning you wake up, you are making a statement. You are saying, I believe there is still something good ahead. I believe my life still has purpose. I believe I still matter. And you are right. My dear child, you are absolutely right. Let me tell you something about time, because I know you have a complicated relationship with it. When you are waiting for something good to happen, time feels like it moves at the pace of a snail. The days drag by. The weeks feel endless. The months seem to last forever. You start to wonder if the thing you are hoping for will ever arrive. You start to doubt whether your prayers are being heard. You start to question whether you should give up hope and just accept that this is as good as life gets. But here is what you do not see, my precious child. While you are waiting, while time seems to be standing still, I am working behind the scenes. I am arranging things. I am moving pieces into place. I am preparing people. I am opening doors. I am closing other doors that would lead you somewhere you do not actually want to go, even if you think you do. I am orchestrating 1,000 different details that all have to come together at exactly the right moment. Nothing is random. Nothing is wasted. Even this waiting time is purposeful. Think about a woman who is pregnant with her first child. The moment she sees those 2 lines on the pregnancy test, she is flooded with excitement. She is going to be a mother. She cannot wait to hold her baby, to see her baby's face, to count her baby's tiny fingers and toes. But then she realizes she has to wait 9 months.
9 whole months!
At first, those months seem impossibly long. But those months are not wasted time. Those months are preparation time. During those 9 months, that tiny baby is developing. In the first month, the baby's heart starts beating. In the second month, the baby's arms and legs begin to form. In the third month, the baby's fingers and toes develop. Month by month, week by week, day by day, that baby is growing, becoming ready for life outside the womb. If that baby was born after only 3 months, it could not survive. The lungs are not developed yet. The brain is not ready yet. The body is not strong enough yet. The baby needs the full 9 months to be prepared for birth. And it is not just the baby that needs those 9 months. The mother needs that time too. She needs time to prepare her home, to set up the nursery, to buy tiny clothes and diapers and bottles. She needs time to prepare her heart and mind for the massive change that is coming. She needs time to grow into her new identity as a mother. She needs time to get ready for the beautiful, exhausting, transformative experience of raising a child. You are in your preparation time right now, my dear child. The blessing I have for you is growing, developing, getting ready, and you are growing too. You are becoming strong enough to handle what is coming. You are developing the wisdom you will need. You are learning the lessons that will prepare you. When your blessing arrives, you will understand why the timing is perfect. You will see why you had to wait. You will realize that if it had come any earlier, you would not have been ready for it. So do not despair in the waiting. Do not think the waiting is wasted. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that I know exactly what I am doing and exactly when to deliver what you have been hoping for. Your blessing is on its way. I promise you that. And when it arrives, it will be worth every single day you waited. Type 999 if you are ready for your breakthrough to arrive. Now I want to share something with you about the people in your life. Because relationships are one of the most beautiful and most complicated parts of being human. Some people come into your life for a specific reason. They appear at exactly the moment you need them. Maybe you are going through something difficult, and they show up with exactly the right words or exactly the right kind of help. Maybe you are confused about something, and they bring clarity. Maybe you are about to make a terrible mistake, and they stop you. These people are like angels sent at the perfect time. Their role in your story might be brief, but it is crucial. When their purpose is complete, they move on. This does not mean there was anything wrong with you or with them. It just means their chapter in your book is finished. Other people are in your life for a season. These are people you spend months or years with. You grow together. You laugh together. You cry together. You create memories that you will treasure forever. You might work together, or go to school together, or live in the same neighborhood. For that season of life you are close. But then circumstances change. Someone moves away. Someone gets a new job. Someone enters a new phase of life. The friendship naturally drifts apart, not because of any conflict or hurt, but simply because the season has changed. This is normal. This is part of life. Do not feel guilty about it. Do not try to force a connection that has naturally completed its season. Instead, be grateful for the time you had and the ways you blessed each other. Then there are the rare and precious people who are in your life for a lifetime. These people see all of you. They see you on your best days when you are shining bright, and they see you on your worst days when you can barely function. They know your quirks and flaws and mistakes. They have seen you at your strongest and at your weakest, and they stay. They do not leave when things get hard. They do not abandon you when you make mistakes. They do not gossip about you behind your back. They celebrate your victories as if they were their own. They sit with you in your pain without trying to fix you or rush you through it. These people are treasures. These people are gifts. Hold on to them. Invest in them. Prioritize them. Show them regularly how much they mean to you. But here is something important I want you to understand. No matter how wonderful the people in your life are, human love always has limits. Even the most devoted friend will sometimes let you down, not because they are bad, but because they are human. Even the most loving family member will sometimes hurt you, not because they want to, but because they are imperfect. Even the most caring partner will sometimes fail to meet your needs, not because they do not care, but because they cannot read your mind and they have their own struggles. This is why you need to have your deepest need for love met by me. I am the only one who will never let you down, never disappoint you, never abandon you, never hurt you. I am the only one who knows you completely and loves you unconditionally. I am the only one who is always available, always listening, always caring. When you build your life on human love alone, you are building on a shaky foundation. But when you build your life on my love, when you let my love fill you up so full that you are overflowing, then you can enjoy human relationships without needing them to be perfect. You can love people without demanding they complete you. You can receive their love as a bonus, instead of desperately needing it to survive. Let me tell you something about forgiveness, because this is one of the hardest and most important things you will ever do. Right now, as you read these words, there is probably someone in your life who has hurt you. Maybe the hurt happened recently. Maybe it happened years ago. Maybe it was something big and dramatic, like a betrayal or an abandonment. Maybe it was something smaller but still painful, like a careless word or a forgotten promise. Whatever it was, that hurt is still living inside you. You can feel it. It sits in your chest like a weight. It colors the way you see the world. It affects your ability to trust. It steals your peace. You might think the answer is to hold on to that hurt, to nurse it, to keep reminding yourself of what they did so you never forget and never let them hurt you again. You might think forgiveness means letting them off the hook, saying what they did was okay, or allowing them back into your life to hurt you again. But that is not what forgiveness is at all. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, not them. Forgiveness is choosing to release the poison of bitterness before it destroys you from the inside out. Forgiveness is deciding that you refuse to let what they did continue to steal your joy, your peace, your hope, your future. Forgiveness does not mean what they did was acceptable. Forgiveness does not mean there are no consequences. Forgiveness does not mean you have to trust them again or have a relationship with them. Forgiveness simply means you are choosing freedom over bondage. Imagine you are holding a burning coal in your hand. You picked up this coal because you wanted to throw it at someone who hurt you. You wanted them to feel the burn, to experience the pain they caused you. But while you are standing there, waiting for the perfect moment to throw it, whose hand is getting burned? Yours. That person you want to hurt is far away, living their life, maybe not even thinking about you. But you are standing there in agony, your hand blistering and bleeding, all because you refuse to put down the coal. That is what unforgiveness does. It burns you while the person who hurt you moves on with their life. When you finally decide to forgive, when you finally decide to drop that burning coal, the relief is immediate. Your hand can finally start to heal. The constant pain can finally ease. You can finally start moving forward instead of being frozen in the past, obsessed with what they did to you. I am not saying forgiveness is easy. I am not saying you can do it in your own strength. Some hurts are so deep, so devastating, that forgiveness feels absolutely impossible. This is where you need me. Bring me your pain. Tell me every detail of what happened and how it made you feel. Let me carry it for you. Let me heal what feels unhealable, and then ask me to help you forgive. I will give you the strength to do what seems impossible. I will soften your heart when it feels hard as stone. I will bring healing to wounds that feel like they will bleed forever. And here is something beautiful that happens when you forgive. When you release someone from the prison of your unforgiveness, you also release yourself. When you stop being the judge and jury, constantly replaying their crimes in your mind, you free up all that mental and emotional energy for something better. When you forgive, You open up space in your heart for joy to grow again, for peace to settle in, for hope to take root. Comment, "I choose forgiveness," if you are ready to be free. Let us talk about your dreams for a moment, because I put those dreams in your heart for a reason. Every aspiration you have, every hope you carry, every what if that makes your heart beat faster. I am the one who planted it there. I would not give you a dream without also giving you the ability to achieve it. I would not put a desire in your heart that was meant to torture you with impossibility. If you can dream it, if it resonates in your soul, if it makes you come alive when you think about it, then it is possible. But dreams do not usually materialize overnight. Dreams are more like seeds that need time, care, and the right conditions to grow. When you first plant a seed, nothing visible happens for a while. If you were impatient, you might dig up the seed after a few days to check if it is growing. But if you did that, you would damage it. You have to trust that underneath the soil, in the darkness where you cannot see, something is happening. The seed is absorbing water. The seed is responding to the warmth of the sun. The seed is beginning its transformation. Your dream is like that seed right now. It might seem like nothing is happening. You might be tempted to give up, to decide it was just a foolish fantasy. But underneath the surface, in ways you cannot see yet, your dream is developing. Opportunities are being arranged. People are being positioned. Skills are being developed in you. Character is being built in you. Everything necessary for your dream to manifest is being prepared. What do you need to do while you wait? You need to water your seed. You water it with faith. You water it with action. You water it with persistence. You water it with learning and growing, and becoming the person who can handle the dream when it blooms. If someone came to you right now and handed you your fully realized dream, would you be ready for it? Would you have the wisdom to manage it? Would you have the character to handle it with integrity? Would you have the strength to sustain it? This is why the waiting period is so important. The waiting is not wasted time. The waiting is preparation time. You are becoming the person who can not only achieve your dream, but also maintain it and use it for good. So do not despair when your dream does not happen on your timeline. Trust the process. Keep watering your seed. Keep believing. Keep working. Keep growing. And when the time is perfectly right, when everything is aligned, your dream will burst through the soil and bloom into something even more beautiful than you imagined. Now I want to talk to you about rest, because this is something most people struggle to understand. You have been fighting for so long, my precious child. You have been running and pushing and striving, trying to make things happen through sheer force of will. You wake up exhausted and go to bed even more exhausted. Your body is tired. Your mind is tired. Your soul is tired. You are running on empty. But you keep pushing because you think if you stop, everything will fall apart. You think your worth is tied to your productivity. You think rest is laziness or weakness. But that is not true at all. Rest is not laziness. Rest is wisdom. Rest is strength. Rest is trust. When you rest, you are acknowledging that you are human, not superhuman. You are acknowledging that you have limits. You are acknowledging that the world does not depend on you carrying it all on your shoulders. Most importantly, when you rest, you are trusting that I am in control, not you. Think about the ocean again. On the surface, the ocean is constantly moving. Waves roll in and out. The tide rises and falls. The surface is affected by the wind, by boats, by storms. But if you go deep beneath the surface, down to the bottom of the ocean, there is stillness. There is peace. The storms on the surface do not reach the depths. The chaos above does not disturb the calm below. You need to find that deep place inside yourself, that place where you can be still even when life is chaotic on the surface. That place of inner stillness is where I live. That place is where peace lives. That place is where your true self lives, underneath all the noise and worry and striving. When you rest in that place, when you connect with me in that place of stillness, I restore your soul. I renew your strength. I refresh your hope. I heal your wounds. I fill you up with everything you need to face whatever comes next. So I am giving you permission to rest, my dear child. I am giving you permission to stop trying to control everything. I am giving you permission to let go of the burdens you were never meant to carry. I am giving you permission to say no to things that drain you. I am giving you permission to take breaks, to sleep well, to do things that bring you joy with no productive purpose at all. I am giving you permission to be a human being instead of a human doing. When you rest, you are not being selfish or lazy. You are being wise. You are refilling your cup so you have something to pour out. You are taking care of the only body you will ever have in this lifetime. You are honoring the limits I built into you for your protection. Rest is holy. Rest is healing. Rest is essential. So please, my beloved child, rest. Type, I receive rest, if you need this reminder today. Let me tell you about the power of your words, because this is something that will change your life when you truly understand it. Every word you speak carries weight. Every word you speak creates something. Words are not just sounds that disappear into the air. Words are like seeds that get planted in the soil of reality. Once planted, they start to grow. They start to produce fruit. The question is, what kind of fruit are your words producing? When you speak words of hope, you plant seeds of hope. When you speak words of faith, you plant seeds of faith. When you speak words of love, you plant seeds of love. But when you speak words of defeat, you plant seeds of defeat. When you speak words of fear, you plant seeds of fear. When you speak words of self-hatred, you plant seeds of self-hatred. What you say matters more than you realize. This is especially true for the words you say to yourself. How do you talk to yourself when nobody else can hear? What do you say when you look in the mirror? What do you think when you make a mistake? If you constantly tell yourself, I am stupid, I am ugly, I am worthless, nobody loves me, I always mess everything up, I will never be successful, I am too broken to be fixed, then that is what you will believe. And what you believe about yourself shapes your reality. Your beliefs influence your actions, and your actions determine your outcomes. But here is the powerful truth. You can change your life by changing your words. Starting today, starting right now, you can begin speaking different words over yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I am loved, I am valuable, I am capable, I am growing, I am healing, I am becoming who I was meant to be. Good things are coming to me. My best days are ahead of me. At first, these words might feel strange. You might not believe them yet. That is okay. Say them anyway. Say them every single day. Say them out loud where your ears can hear them. Over time, something amazing will happen. These words will start to sink deep into your heart. They will start to rewire the way you think about yourself. They will start to shift your beliefs. And when your beliefs shift, everything shifts. You will start to see opportunities you could not see before. You will start to make choices you would not have made before. You will start to become the person those words describe. Your words also have power over your future. When you speak about what is coming, speak with faith instead of fear. Do not say, nothing ever works out for me. Things will probably go wrong. I always have bad luck. Instead say, something good is about to happen. I believe in breakthroughs. I am expecting miracles. This is going to work out for my good. You are not lying when you say these things. You are calling things into existence. You are agreeing with my plans for you. You are opening the door for blessings to flow into your life. So from this moment forward, be very intentional with your words. Speak life, not death. Speak hope, not despair. Speak victory, not defeat. Speak blessing, not cursing. Your words are powerful tools that shape your reality. Use them wisely. Here is something beautiful I want you to know. Something that might be hard for you to believe, but is absolutely true. You are never too broken for me to fix. You are never too lost for me to find. You are never too far gone for me to reach. You are never too dirty for me to clean. You are never too damaged for me to restore. No matter what you have done, no matter what has been done to you, no matter how many times you have failed, no matter how dark your past is, you are never beyond my love. Never. Some of you reading this carry enormous shame about things in your past. Maybe you made choices you deeply regret. Maybe you hurt people you loved. Maybe you walked away from things you should have protected. Maybe you betrayed someone who trusted you. Maybe you did things you swore you would never do. And now that shame sits on your shoulders, like a heavy backpack you cannot put down. It follows you everywhere. It whispers cruel things in your ear. It tells you that you do not deserve forgiveness, that you do not deserve happiness, that you do not deserve love. But that voice of shame is a liar. That voice does not speak for me. Let me tell you what I think about your past. It is forgiven. It is finished. It is forgotten. I do not hold it against you. I do not keep a record of your wrongs. I do not bring it up to shame you. I have taken all of it, every mistake, every sin, every failure, and I have thrown it as far as the east is from the west. I have buried it in the deepest ocean. I have removed it from you completely. The only one who keeps bringing up your past is you. The only one who will not let it go is you. I have already forgiven you. Now I need you to do something incredibly hard. I need you to forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself might be the hardest thing you ever do. It is much easier to forgive others than to forgive yourself. But carrying shame and regret is poisoning your life. It is stealing your joy. It is robbing your peace. It is blocking your future. So I want you to make a decision right now, in this moment. Decide to let go of the shame. Decide to receive the forgiveness I have already given you. Decide to believe that you are worthy of a fresh start. Decide to forgive yourself. Say it out loud if you need to. I forgive myself. I release the shame. I receive the forgiveness. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of happiness. I am worthy of good things. I am starting fresh today. My dear child, you cannot change the past. No amount of guilt or shame or regret will go back and undo what happened. But you can change what you do with the past. You can learn from it. You can grow from it. You can let it make you wiser, humbler, more compassionate. You can use your painful past to help others who are going through similar struggles. You can turn your mess into a message. You can turn your test into a testimony. Your past does not have to define you. Your past can refine you. Comment, I am a new creation, if you are ready to walk in freedom. Let us talk about the gift of this present moment, because this is truly all you have. Yesterday is gone. It is finished. You cannot go back and relive it. You cannot go back and change it. You cannot go back and make different choices. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow has not arrived yet. It is not guaranteed. You do not know what tomorrow will bring. You do not know if tomorrow will even come for you. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today, this moment, right now, is yours. This is all you really have. This is where life happens. So many people miss their lives because they are living somewhere else in their minds. Some people spend all their time living in the past. They replay old conversations over and over. They relive old hurts. They hold on to old resentments. They cannot let go of old disappointments. They are physically present but mentally absent, trapped in a yesterday that no longer exists. Other people spend all their time living in the future. They are constantly worried about what might happen. They are always anxious about what could go wrong. They are forever planning and preparing, and trying to control outcomes. They too are physically present, but mentally absent, trapped in a tomorrow that has not arrived yet. But life is not happening in the past or the future. Life is happening right here, right now, in this moment. This moment is where I meet you. This moment is where love exists. This moment is where peace lives. This moment is where joy can be found. When you learn to be fully present, when you learn to be here now, everything changes. Being present means paying attention to what is happening right now. It means noticing the small details around you. The warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of birds singing outside your window, the taste of your coffee, the texture of your clothes, the feeling of air filling your lungs with each breath. These small, ordinary moments are where beauty lives. These moments are where contentment lives. These moments are where I am waiting to connect with you. When you are fully present, you discover something wonderful. Most of the things you worry about never actually happen. Most of your anxiety is about hypothetical futures that never come to pass. When you bring your attention back to this moment, to right now, you usually find that you are okay. You are breathing. Your heart is beating. You are alive. You have what you need in this moment. Tomorrow might bring challenges, but you do not have to face tomorrow's challenges today. You only have to be here now. So I invite you to practice being present. When you eat your next meal, really taste it. Pay attention to the flavors, the textures, the temperature. When you take your next walk, notice everything around you. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the ground beneath your feet. When you talk to someone you love, really listen to them. Look into their eyes. Hear not just their words, but the emotions behind their words. Be fully there with them. When you are alone, instead of immediately reaching for your phone or turning on the television, just sit in the silence. Feel your breath. Listen to your heartbeat. Notice your thoughts without judging them. These simple practices will transform your life. They will help you find peace in the middle of chaos. They will help you find joy in ordinary moments. They will help you feel my presence, because I am always right here in the present moment, waiting for you to notice me. Now I want to share something with you about your purpose, because this is one of the most important questions any human asks. Why am I here? What is the point of my life? Does my existence matter? Let me answer these questions clearly. You were not created by accident. You were created on purpose for a purpose. Before you were born, before you took your first breath, I had a plan for your life. I had a specific role for you to play in the grand story of existence. There is something you are meant to do that nobody else can do quite the way you can. There is someone you are meant to help that nobody else can help quite the way you can. You have a unique purpose that belongs to you alone. Your purpose might be something big that the whole world recognizes. Or it might be something small that only a handful of people ever know about. But size does not equal significance. A candle does not compete with the sun. The sun lights up the whole sky, while a candle lights up only one small room. But that one room desperately needs that one candle. You do not have to change the entire world. You just have to shine your light in your corner of it. You just have to be faithful with what I have given you. You just have to love the people I have placed in your path. How do you discover your purpose? Pay attention to what makes your heart come alive. Pay attention to what breaks your heart with compassion. Pay attention to what you are naturally good at. Pay attention to what you think about when your mind wanders. All of these things are clues pointing you toward your purpose. And here is something important. Your purpose almost always involves serving others in some way. When you use your gifts, your talents, your experiences, your story to help other people, to make their lives better, to bring them hope or joy or comfort or healing, you step into your purpose. It might be through your career. It might be through volunteering. It might be through how you raise your children or care for aging parents. It might be through art you create, words you write, songs you sing, meals you cook, prayers you pray. There are countless ways to live out your purpose. The key is to do whatever you do with love, with excellence, with intention. When you live on purpose, everything changes. Your life has meaning. Your days have direction. Your heart has peace. Even when things are difficult, you know why you are doing what you are doing. You know it matters. You know you matter. You know your life is making a difference. Type purpose if you want me to reveal your divine purpose to you. I want to tell you about the beauty of becoming, because you are not a finished product. You are a work in progress. You are still being created, still being shaped, still being formed. Every single day, you are becoming more of who you were always meant to be. This process of becoming is not always comfortable. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it is confusing. Sometimes you feel like you are falling apart. But what is really happening is that you are being transformed. Think about a caterpillar. That little caterpillar spends its entire early life crawling on the ground, eating leaves. It is earthbound, limited, small. But inside that caterpillar, encoded in its very DNA, is the blueprint for something magnificent. One day, the caterpillar feels a strange urge. It climbs up onto a branch and begins spinning silk around itself, creating what we call a cocoon or chrysalis. Then the caterpillar seals itself inside this cocoon and hangs there, suspended, waiting. Inside that cocoon, something absolutely incredible happens. The caterpillar does not just grow wings and become a butterfly. No, what happens is far more dramatic. The caterpillar's body actually dissolves. It liquefies. If you could see inside the cocoon during this stage, you would think the caterpillar is dying. It looks like total destruction. But it is not destruction. It is transformation. That liquid contains special cells called imaginal cells. These cells have been dormant in the caterpillar all along, just waiting. Now they activate. They begin organizing themselves, using the dissolved caterpillar material to build something entirely new. Slowly, miraculously, those cells construct a butterfly. Finally, after all that time in the darkness of the cocoon, after all that painful transformation, the butterfly emerges. It struggles to break free from the cocoon, and this struggle is important because it forces fluid into the butterfly's wings, making them strong enough to fly. At last, the butterfly breaks free. That same creature that could only crawl is now soaring through the air on beautiful wings, drinking nectar from flowers, experiencing a completely different kind of life. You are in your cocoon right now, my precious child. The old version of you, the version that was limited, that was bound, that was small, is dissolving. It might feel like you are falling apart. It might feel like you are losing yourself. It might feel like everything you knew is disappearing. But you are not dying. You are becoming. Inside your cocoon, I am transforming you. I am taking everything you have been and reorganizing it into something new, something better, something that can fly. So please be patient with the process. Do not fight the cocoon. Do not try to skip the transformation. Let it happen. Let me do my work in you. Trust that what feels like breaking is actually rebuilding. Trust that what feels like ending is actually beginning. Trust that what feels like darkness is actually the womb where your new self is being born. And when your transformation is complete, when the time is perfectly right, you will break free from your cocoon. You will spread your wings. You will discover abilities you never knew you had. You will find strength you did not know you possessed. You will soar into heights you never imagined possible. The pain of the cocoon will be worth it. The darkness will make sense. The transformation will be complete. And you will be amazed at who you have become. Before I close this message, There is one more thing I need you to hear, one more truth I need you to hold close to your heart. You are deeply, completely, eternally, unconditionally loved. Not because you are perfect, not because you have your life together, not because you never make mistakes, not because you are good enough or strong enough or worthy enough. You are loved simply because you exist. You are loved because you are mine. You are loved because I created you and I do not make mistakes. You are loved because loving you brings me joy. On your best days when everything is going right, when you are feeling strong and confident and grateful, you are loved. On your worst days when everything is falling apart, when you are feeling weak and broken and hopeless, you are loved exactly the same. My love for you does not fluctuate based on your performance. My love for you does not increase when you do good things or decrease when you mess up. My love is constant, steady, unchanging, unshakable. Think about the sun. Every single morning, the sun rises. It does not rise because the earth deserves it. It does not rise because humans have been good enough to earn it. The sun rises because that is what the sun does. It shines, it gives light, it gives warmth. That is its nature. In the same way, I love you because that is who I am. I am love. Loving you is my nature. I cannot not love you any more than the sun cannot shine. So walk forward into your future with confidence, my beloved child. Walk knowing that you are never alone, not even for a single moment. Walk knowing that you are seen, known, understood, and cherished. Walk knowing that good things are coming, that breakthrough is near, that healing is happening, that restoration is taking place. Walk knowing that your story is not over, that your best chapters are still being written, that your greatest days are still ahead of you. I believe in you even when you do not believe in yourself. I see potential in you that you cannot yet see. I have plans for you that are better than anything you could plan for yourself. So trust me. Lean on me. Rest in me. Let me carry the burdens that are too heavy for you. Let me fight the battles that are too big for you. Let me love you the way you have always longed to be loved. You are my masterpiece, my treasure, my beloved child, and I am so incredibly proud of who you are and who you are becoming. Now go forward. Go live the beautiful life I created you to live. Go shine your unique light on this world. Go love with your whole heart. Go hope with courage. Go believe in miracles. Go walk in freedom. Go rest in my love. Go embrace your purpose. And always, always remember that you are mine, and nothing will ever change that. I love you eternally, my precious child, and I